Hello everybody and welcome back to another Spirit Hunters Infinite Horde run. Today we are looking at the updated Boss Killer Weapon Guide. Unfortunately, there has been a little bit of a nerf to the arrow and the bone shot. So we're going to check those out. We are going to jump right into the arrow, then the bone shot, then the shuriken. The format of this will be on the desert, the Spine Dunes, Heroic for the max health boss. We're going to do about 1 to 2 minutes for the beginning, and then we're going to jump straight to the end. We're going to start at the beginning, go straight to the end. I'm not going to worry about anything in between. It should be a shorter boss kill video, just to get this information out there. Let's take a little bit of damage, because we always love some damage, and let's just get the show on the road. As you can see, Arrow is starting off fairly well, but look at this, the cooldown rate, minus 0.1 seconds. That is the key. It is no longer 0.15, it is 0.1. So our arrow is not going to be nearly as fast. That being said, it's still Arrow. Let's see how it performs. I think it'll be fine. Gonna get the orbital fire for protection. We will get that in all of our runs. We are also going to go for mines and vines, as they are the least impactful. We are going primarily for our boss killer weapons, and we're going to try and stay alive as well, because staying alive is very important. Every other upgrade should be on our boss killer weapon. That's all that we care about in this run, and we got the vines as the last one, so no more miscellaneous weapons. We got what we needed to get, and we are golden. So let's see how they perform, and yeah, that's pretty much it. The start of this will be fairly easy. Again, at least with Arrow, it comes very quick, because the Arrow is just a fast shooting. It can really shoot in all directions. I'm doing this movement because later on, as you will see in about 30 seconds time, the Arrow is going to be humongous. So, hey, it's already growing right there. And look at that growth, just from 1 level to level 2 of growth, or 0 level, I guess. And the cooldown, bringing it down even better. So, fantastic. 0.9 seconds. We are approaching about 1.5 minutes right now, so I'm going to probably jump here to, let's say, the 14-minute mark. Give it 1 minute before the final boss. Give it the final boss, and we'll see how we're performing. Taking a few hits, but hey, it'll be fine. Catch you at the boss. Quick update, jumping into the middle of this. I was planning on going straight to the boss, but this is the first time I've ran this map. And I just want to point out, there are purple scarabs on the map. This is no longer a mob that only spawns from the first heroic boss on the regular desert. This is the heroic mode of the second map. So that's fantastic for unlocking some elements in the cleave tree. So I just want to point that out. See you at the boss. Welcome back to the 1408 mark. I stopped it. I was going to start at 14. I want to wait towards a level. As you can see, our arrow is actually level 51. 51, not 41, because we have 20 points into damage. Why can it go past 10? I do not know. That being said, once I hit 10 points in damage, crits no longer started to appear as big yellow numbers, but there is no number when some things dies, so I do believe the weapon is still critting. I am going to reroll, and look at that! Another damage increase! We can keep it going with a base damage of 77. The damage of this weapon is getting pretty ridiculous. I mean, base damage of 77. How can you beat that? It is huge, it is in charge, and it is firing much slower than it was before. So, while the damage is very, very high, at the same time, not firing nearly as much, does kind of suck a little bit. But, you take what you can get. Little wins. Little wins. Getting up to 80. I need some more gold right here. Got the gold pet too. He's helping out, with my re-rolls. I want as many of those as possible, get as many arrow upgrades as possible. And we are approaching the 15-minute mark. We may be able to squeak one more level in here right before it happens. There it is. Here's our arrow upgrade. We're going to get to a nice area with some woods, apparently. And as soon as we are engrossed, here we go. I'm starting a timer, and let's find this boss. There he is. Getting chunked still, but nowhere near to the same level. As you can see, between the mobs surrounding me, things like that, we're going to take some more damage, and he is dead at last. At between 15 to 16 seconds is how long that took. 15 to 16 seconds, not too bad for the demoted arrow. I'll still take it. It's still quite the boss killer. Not the, 6 to 7 seconds one it once was, but it's still pretty powerful. That being said, getting 24 levels into damage does not hurt in the slightest. And again, as you can see, very few levels into anything else. This was an all-arrow run. Let's go on and check out and see how Bone Shot does. Jumping on into the Bone Shot, here we go. Same map, Bone Shot, Vivian for the experience. Let's see how high we can get it. Gonna take the same secondaries. Again, we're gonna give it about a minute, see how it handles the early time. This does have the improved stun. Look at that, boom, look at him. He just couldn't move anywhere. Oh, it sucks to be him. We are gonna pick up our secondary weapons, which again will be the Orbital Fire, and it will be the vines and the mines. One thing to note, I did just see. I want to try and stun one of these guys if I can. I believe when they are stunned, you can run into them and not take damage. That is a very important feature to know. It is fantastic. As you can see, the cooldown now is at 1.1 seconds with a 0.1 duration decrease, meaning we are going to get down, not that low, but low enough. Unfortunately, it's not, again, the same as it once was, but we will get to a fantastic 0.1 second duration on the Bone Shot. I would like to get the vines so other weapons do not appear. I killed him too fast. That's, I guess, one of the problems, is even though he's stunned, you will kill him pretty quickly. But, again, beginning fairly easy no matter what. Theoretically, if I were to choose Orbital Fire, especially for this weapon, it would make the beginning significantly easier, getting the more experience drop rate on the Orbital Fire versus the Bone. But, nay. We are going for Bone or Bust. That is the key, Bone or Bust. And you know what? I think I can handle it. I think we got this. Again, the meta progression is strong in this game. I really want to get that last vine. There we go. I'd love the Bone Shot upgrade, but let's just get the vine. Not have to worry about other things popping up. And we don't even have the money to skip this, so hey. It happens, But I will take what I can get. Bone Shot for the rest. Same as before. Start going pretty well. What's nice is, again, the stun is handling groups of enemies nicely. You see him pause for just a second. That's a nice little reprieve, so I am happily going to take that. And that is going to carry me to the end, and I will catch you there. And the Bone Shot's back. Unfortunately, not the best levels this run, but what's nice is the levels that matter happened. And that's the cooldown reduction and the damage. The crit chance did get to 8, which is 2 off. 6% crit is missing. However, we do have Mandrake. I picked that up when I realized I was probably not going to make it on the crit chance, so that basically evens out the crit chance that it should be at. And the range is at 4, so it's not necessarily the longest range, but realistically, once the boss is in range, it'll be fine. So I think we're fairly in a good position to finish this bone run. We do still have probably a level or 2 left, so let's see where we can get. And as you can see, luckily I did get some range and some crit, so I will keep taking range in this regard because, again, I do have the Mandrake pet, which gives me 5% instead of 6% for those last 2 levels. So just to, even things out, it'll be quite nice. We do have slightly more quote-unquote damage in the fact that the Orbital Fire is orbiting very quickly. However, it had 0 damage increases, so as you can see, it doesn't even kill things half of the time. So, even the small enemies don't die to a single hit. I had to take a crit chance there. So now we're going to be a little above the crit chance, but it'll be fine. The boss is coming up. Again, once we get to the spear phase, once the spears come up, I will start a timer, and we will see how well the new and deproved bone shot does. Hey, there's our last crit. We'll take it. We'll take it. And they're up. Let's see. Where is this boss? Where is he? He's not. Oh, there he is. Look at them. 1, 2, 3s, but they're not hitting him that often. He's not going down as quick as he was because without the infinite... Oh, there he goes. And he's dead. Okay, fair enough. It did seem like the ads were getting in the way significantly more. Obviously, shooting 10 times a second versus 20 or 30, who knows how many. At least 20, because it did get down to 0.5 before and then get into the negative. So, obviously the ads were much more of an impact this time. However, this took between 14 and 15 seconds, so definitely an improvement over the arrow. However, it is only shooting up and down the entire time, so it is definitely not as useful, in quotes, if you are using it as a wave clear. It is more useful if you do not want to disrupt your wave clear. So just so you're aware that that is that. And don't forget, as one other thing, is this was severely underleveled. By severely, I just mean the range, whereas Arrow was severely overleveled at 24 damage. It was pretty high up there. Most of the time, you're not going to get that high, so its kill time would be less as well. Let's check out the start of the Shadow Shurikens. And here we go, Shadow Shuriken time. Let's get this going. Same map, same thing, you know the drill. We're going to start for about a minute. Again, the start, it's usually the hardest at the start, then it sort of calms down a little bit once you get things settled. But I just want to show the difference by starting with each of these weapons. As you can see, it is a little bit harder to get consistent kills with the Shadow Shuriken because I can't... Oh, look at that. Because of the direction that they're firing, I can't even hit those guys because I was too close to the wall. And oh, now they're shooting below me. It's the fun thing. So luckily we are getting things going. We will take our orbital fire. That will at least get us some easy kills when they are close to us. Ooh, and we have the wind wall. Hopefully we can snipe it with some fire. Oh, pushed it away. No! My experience. And we'll take some mines. Once we get the mines and the vines, nothing else should show up. Fingers crossed we get a lot of shuriken upgrades. Again, we should, and I do believe the damage of the shurikens, much like the arrow, can exceed 10. At least it could pre-patch. Let's see if that continued. I do hope so. It does have less damage than the other two initially, with a +2 modifier instead of a +3 that the other two weapons do have. However, it can get to that illustrious 100% crit chance. So it's a double-edged sword right there. You can get significantly more crit, but you have a little bit less damage to work with every single level. And we are going to definitely take those vines now, so we do not get something else that will, be more impactful in the run itself. We are not getting lucky with upgrades already. Very annoying. But hey, you can't win them all. Oh, I should have taken more experience. Everyone wants more experience. Although, collection is experience. And look at this! This is terrible. But it will even out. We will get the shuriken upgrades just like this. Got another 3. Let's go. And by let's go, I mean to the boss. See you there, and boom, 10% crit. I'll take it. And we made it to the end. Here we are at the end of our very first shuriken run. Definitely the first one. Did not die on the last boss at all. So, here we go. 1 minute left. We are pushing the final levels. I should have called that out. We only need a little bit more crit chance, but look, our damage is over 10, so this can level past 10, which is fantastic. It is only 2 damage per level, but with the crit rate that you can get so high, it's actually 6 damage, because you basically get to 100% crit. Unfortunately, at the very moment, it is not at 100% crit. It is at 98 now, but you know what? I'll take 98. That's pretty much as high as I actually need. Now we're going to grab a little bit of health, because why not? And you know what? if I can afford it, which I can, that'll push us over the 100. It saves us a level for that little 2%er. There is no such thing as super crits, as far as I'm aware, so you know what, we'll take what we can get. And 108 damage a hit is pretty good if you ask me. So, not too shabby. Here we go, getting our potentially last pet, but no, we're getting the last pet. We are not going to find another one. Our goal is pure survival right now. We got the timer ready to go for once the boss comes, and ooh, is it going to be fun. I am very much so looking forward to things, strictly because I did not die, I swear. There was never any death. No. It went very smooth, and yeah. Did not die literally as I killed the boss last time. So, here we go. We are up. We got a timer going. The boss is to the right. Fingers crossed we can shoot him. Oh my god, this is so much better than the time that never happened. It just works. We're actually hitting the boss, and oh, it retargeted. There we go. Holy moly. So, there we go. That was the Shadow Shuriken. This actually killed the boss in between 12 and 13 seconds, so I will take it. As far as killing the boss goes, the fastest one. Definitely the fastest one. As far as killing the boss goes as well, it also retargeted right as it was about to die, and kind of worried me because I was like, oh crap, it retargeted, and it's not easy to target again. So, let's go for an in conclusion. In conclusion, Arrow is now the weakest boss killer specifically, but the strongest mid-range weapon. And by that I mean it can flex between a boss killer and a wave clear weapon. It is a bit of both. It's not the best at either, but it has solid bits of both. Now, after that, we have the Bone Shot, which to me is the best pure boss kill weapon. Even though it wasn't quite the fastest, I believe this is the best one because it does not get in the way of your wave clear weapons, and it's easy to target. Yes, it is only up and down, but it is consistently up and down. Consistency is the key. The Shuriken is the highest damage boss kill weapon, which is great and fantastic on it. I mean, A+, gets a star, but it also sucks to target. I will tell you that the death that did not happen may have happened due to targeting error. When a lot of things get around you, you have to get really close to that boss, and he can hit pretty hard. So, that is my conclusion. I'm going to stick with Bone for the pure boss kill, Arrow for the hybrid, and Shuriken if I ever want to just give myself a little bit of a challenge, or, you know, Bone wasn't available or something on a level up, and I'm like, it'll do. It will do. So, thank you very much, and have a wonderful day. Happy hunting, everybody.